This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, Governor Nyesom Wike pained that 61 years after independence, Nigeria still grappling with leadership challenges. GDI says there is need for politicians to understudy Wike's developmental strategies. Magnus Abe says APC cannot exist in River State without him and his supporters. Striking doctors give federal government 72 hours to pay withheld salaries. On the foreign scene, Taliban warns barbers against trimming beards. I am Ifeemi Andrew. As Nigeria marks our independence this week, Governor Nyesom Wike says it is regrettable that 61 years of independence, Nigeria is still grappling with leadership challenges. Governor Wike said this at an interdenominational church service to commemorate the 61st independence anniversary of Nigeria at the St. Paul's Anglican Church in Port Harcourt. He said there is nothing to celebrate because there is too much division and hatred.
This is the period that we need God at this point in our lives. There's no other time. The country is wrong. Insecurity everywhere. And so everybody must to say, God, we need you at this time to save this country. No more confidence in man. Leadership. Mass leadership has failed this country. 61 years old. Nigeria is talking about enmity, hatred, division. 61 years old. Why this nation?
The governor also alleged a plot to rig the 2023 elections. The Chairman Coordinators Forum of Grassroots Development Initiative GDI, Prince Collins Onuwo, is advocating for an institute in River State that will be called Wike Political Institute to train upcoming politicians in Nigeria. Prince Onuwo made the call at a one-day colloquium held in honor of Governor Nyesom Wike by Coordinators Forum of GDI with the theme Decentralization of Infrastructural Development and Grassroots Participation, the Governor Wike's model. He said there is a need for politicians to understudy Wike's developmental strategies.
May I use this medium to call on all believers and adherents of this political model of Governor Wike to come together and structure and institutionalize the political ideas of Wike, which have made River State to strive more than ever before. It is my humble suggestion that this could be done by setting up an institute to be called and known as Nyesom Wike Political Institute. It shall be a place where young sons and daughters of River State, Nigerian and the world at large, desirous of understanding Wike's style and manner of politics shall be tutored and groomed. It shall be an institute entirely independent of any tertiary institution, strictly for grooming and schooling politicians and would-be politicians on the Wike's world-class transformative political model.
On his part, Chairman of the occasion and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Osije Okocha, said Governor Nyesom Wike has shown commitment in the development of River State.
This is a man who is ready to confront the status quo based on his own convictions and what he feels will benefit his state, benefit his people. The coordinating chairman's opening remarks, he said, this is a model which we must introduce to Nigeria at large. So I feel very, very happy to identify with this initiative. I put him on a very important seat in Nigeria. Nigeria will also be transformed as River State has been transformed. We have seen interventions, even in political areas, where some people are not bold enough to tread. Recently, you've seen the victory we won on the issue of value-added tax.
Also, Chairman of the occasion and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Osije Okocha, said Governor Nyesom Wike's courage on developmental issues shows that he is a leader that cares for the people.
One of the things that bothers me actually is the sustainability of the legacies of Governor Nyesom Wike. When he leaves, who takes over? Can he sustain what has been put in place? One of the problems we've been having, particularly in Nigeria or River State, is that we do not set succession plan. And one way of setting succession plan is to train manpower. But I tell you of a truth, we have no university or institution that can train successors.
Our correspondent reports that special awards was also presented to Governor Nyesom Wike as well as some of GDI members and patron as posthumous awards to some deceased members was also presented. The chairman of Akukutori Local Government, Roland Sekibo, has praised the Coordinators Forum of Grassroots Development Initiative GDI for the awards bestowed on some indigents of Akukutori during its one-day colloquium held in Port Harcourt. Roland Sekibo, in an interview with journalists, particularly acknowledged GDI for recognizing those who lost their lives while resisting the hijack of electoral materials during an invasion of the area in the 2019 elections. He sympathized with the families of those who lost loved ones in the incident. The Akokotoro Council boss described GDI as the pillar of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Rivers State.
Let me especially thank the LGA coordinators of the Grassroots Development Initiative, heavily led by Honorable Prince Collins Noah, for bestowing on Dr. Tammy Wenike Danagogo, SAG Rivers State, an award tagged Icon of New Rivers Vision, as well as the posthumous award given to some youths that paid the supreme prize in the cause of defending democracy during the 2019 general elections in Akutoro local government area. These well-deserved awards are indicative of the obvious fact that GDI is a vanguard of democracy in Rivers State and a formidable force that will always ensure that this state is on the path of development. GDI Coordinators Forum, I want to thank you all once again and beckon on you people to keep the good work going.
Former Senator Rivers Southeast Senatorial District Senator Magnus Abe says he still remains a member of the APC. Senator Abe said this during an APC meeting at his residence in Berago, Kana local government area. He said it is impossible for the APC to exist in Rivers State without him and his supporters. He urged his supporters to continue to remain committed in the APC.
We are members of the All Progressives Congress. Nobody is going to push us apart. It will be impossible, I repeat the word impossible, to do the politics of APC here in Rivers State without you and me. Nobody should shake. The APC under President Buhari does not belong to any one person. It belongs to all of us. No matter your power, no matter your money, without the people, you cannot do politics. 6 years now, we don't talk, say we not agree. And that's why we talk, and that's why we stand. Anytime when they're ready, we do. A political party is about gathering people and winning elections. You cannot use a political party to destroy one man.
Senator Magnus Abe also commended the national leadership of the APC for the step it is taking to ensure that there is unity in the party in Rivers State.
Waiting at their show now. They say we go wait, make we hear from national. Every single time they don't give us some ideas. They make we wait, make them finish what they do. So we go wait. Let us continue to have faith that this party does not belong to any one person. At any point where the party proves to be inconsistent with its own commitment, we will say so. But for now, I have seen objectivity, I have seen seriousness in the commitment of the national. But it is not easy, so let us give them time. Don't go to anywhere. Don't worry yourself.
He said he will continue to speak against the injustice in the party in Rivers State. Senator Abe also said he believes that members of the party are beginning to see the injustice.
You cannot continue to do the same thing that you have been doing that has not been giving you any result, and you continue to do it. When anybody talks, person will go issue statement, say the people of no political value. Now the people when they issue the statement themselves now, they don't see say the thing know they work. They say ready to go. Let them go issue another statement now. The thing when we talk from the beginning, where everybody sees are true, till today the thing still be true. What was true today will be true today and will be true tomorrow.
Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that Senator Magnus Abe was accompanied to Gokana by former Commissioner for Justice Wogo Bombs, former Chief of Staff Government House Tony Okocha, former State Lawmaker Sam Chigbo Eligwe, among other dignitaries. The minority caucus in the House of Representatives says it is distressed by the claims made by President Muhammadu Buhari in his speech at the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The caucus, in a statement issued on Sunday by Minority Leader of the House, Ndudi Elumelu, said the speech did not present the true picture of affairs in the country. The statement said speech did not reflect on the kidnapping and killing of school children, human rights violations, corruption, hardship, and escalated insecurity in Nigeria. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has returned to Nigeria after attending the United Nations General Assembly. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, Sept, has urged President Buhari to publish names of those indicted for alleged looting of 6 trillion naira in the NDDC between 2000 and 2019, as revealed in the forensic audit report. It urged the President to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, to publish the names of the alleged looters of the funds and prosecute them without further delay. An open letter signed by Sept Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare says, taking such steps would advance the rights of victims to restitution, compensation, and guarantee non-repetition, as well as improve confidence in the fight against corruption. The All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA has formally presented a former governor of CBN, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, as the party's candidate in the November 6 election. The party has officially flagged off its campaign for the forthcoming governorship election in Anambra State. There is disquiet in the southeast following the declaration of the prescribed IPOB that the region would be totally shut down this Friday, October 1. The prescribed group, in a statement by its Media and Publicity Secretary Ima Powerful, stressed that there would be no movement in the zone on that day and called for strict adherence to the directives to avoid regrets. Meanwhile, the federal government has alerted the public to heightened security activities preparatory to the events marking the country's 61st independence anniversary. In a statement issued in Abuja, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, urged Nigerians not to panic and go about their legitimate activities without fear. 10 more abducted students of Bethel Baptist Secondary School in Kaduna State have regained their freedom. Channels Television reports that a top official of the school tells them that the 10 students were released on Sunday afternoon after an unspecified amount of money was paid as ransom to the kidnappers. The police is yet to confirm this. A total of 121 students of Bethel Baptist Secondary School were abducted by terrorists from their hostels on July 5, 2021. About 11 students remain in captive. Still ahead, striking doctors give federal government 72 hours to pay withheld salaries. Stay tuned. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the federal government to pay its members being owed medical residency training fund and salary arrears. The association also demanded that the government withdraws the lawsuit filed against doctors before the National Industrial Court in the interest of peace. The NARD made these demands in a communique issued at the end of its 41st annual general meeting held in Bauchi State over the weekend. They also resolved to continue with the indefinite strike until their demands are met. The NCDC says Nigeria recorded 4 more COVID-19 related deaths with 255 new cases in the past 24 hours. Imo State recorded 124 cases, Lagos 72, FCT 36, Rivers State 16, while Enugu recorded 6 and Kano State 1 case. Today is World Tourism Day, and a tourism expert in Port Harcourt, Oluwase Omole, has accused the UK of racism and segregation. This was after the United Kingdom said people who received their COVID-19 vaccine in Africa, India, and certain other places will be considered as unvaccinated when they travel and will be treated as such. Mr. Omole, who is the business manager of Ufit Fly Tour Company, told correspondent Martha Okere that the UK's decision will greatly affect the tourism sector, which is struggling to grow after 12 months of being hit with the COVID-19 pandemic. He questioned why the UK will segregate the countries even when the WHO approved all vaccines being used to fight the pandemic.
It shows that the UK is actually segregating people in terms of this COVID vaccine. And we all know that this COVID vaccine was approved by WHO and for the World Health Organization to approve all vaccines for all countries. And the UK is actually removing themselves from one vaccine or the other. It shows how racism in that light. It's really bad for tourism. And you can see that a lot of things are happening in the UK right now in terms of sporting activities. It's probably the government policy, but actually it's actually affecting the whole world right now.
World Tourism Day is celebrated on September 27 every year, and the theme for this year's celebration is Tourism for Inclusive Growth. In business, months after the CBN stopped selling Forex to BDCs, the Naira has not fared well, as some manufacturers and importers say Forex scarcity had worsened Nigeria's harsh business environment in the past 2 months. In separate interviews, some of them say the situation has caused many to downsize. On Sunday, the dollar exchanged for 580 naira, while the pound sold for 780 naira. In entertainment, Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, and Davido joined other stars across the world to take part in a 24-hour gig to raise awareness of climate change, vaccine inequality, and famine. Over 60 artists in 6 continents performed in the Global Citizen Festival in cities including Lagos, New York, London, and Seoul. Tens of thousands of people attended the concert around the world, and millions more tuned into the broadcast. The event kicked off on Saturday in Paris, where Elton John performed in front of the Eiffel Tower. Global Citizen said in a statement that the artist will help rally citizens in demanding that governments, major corporations, and philanthropists work together to defend the planet and defeat poverty. In sports, in Formula One, Lewis Hamilton got his 100th win in Russia over the weekend. In boxing, Anthony Joshua lost to Alexander Usyk of Ukraine on Saturday in London. While in football, Arsenal defeated Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby 3-1.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The Taliban have banned hairdressers in Afghanistan's Helmand province from shaving or trimming beards, saying it breaches their interpretation of Islamic law. Taliban religious police say anyone violating the law will be punished. Some barbers in the capital, Kabul, have said they also received similar orders. The instructions suggest a return to the strict rulings of the group's past tenure in power, despite promises of a milder form of government. In a notice posted on salons in southern Helmand province, Taliban officers warned that hairdressers must follow Sharia law for haircuts and beards. On the news this morning, you heard that Governor Nyesom Wike explained that at 61 years after independence, Nigeria is still grappling with leadership challenges. GDI says there is need for politicians to understudy Wike's developmental strategies. Magnus Abe has said that the APC cannot exist in Rivers State without him and his supporters. Striking doctors have given the federal government 72 hours to pay withheld salaries. On the foreign scene, we told you that the Taliban has warned that barbers should not trim beards as it goes against Islamic laws. The news was edited by Enoho Ogwevire. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Light showers is expected in Port Harcourt this morning. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.